Good morning and welcome back into North Dakota today. Well, all crimes that seek to steal money or sensitive information through deception are loathsome, but perhaps the worst involves crimes of the heart. As we near Valentine's Day, it's important to know that online romance fraud is rampant and growing according to the Federal Trade Commission. And it isn't just dating sites where these criminals lurk. Josh from AARP is joining us via Zoom to let us know some of the key things that these criminals look for. Good morning.
Well, good morning, Sophia. And yeah, as Valentine's Day approaches, I think it's really key to identify some things related to romance scams that could help identify or help folks recognize what a scam is. And how these generally start is someone will be playing an online game or they'll be perusing their social media feed and there'll be a pop-up that invites someone to connect. And you accept that invitation to connect and you find yourself communicating with this new friend a lot. And one of the biggest red flags is they then suggest you move to another mode of communication, whether that be to another app or another way of communicating, texting, etc. And as that romantic relationship develops very quickly, there might be very plausible reasons why you don't get to meet in person. They're working abroad, they're serving in the military in another country, perhaps COVID keeps you from getting together. And then eventually the requests for money begin and the love interest professes skill, for example, in cryptocurrency or suggests you invest along with them. And then that relationship will end or the fake love interest disappears. And it's only then when you realize it was a scam.
Mm-hmm. Do some romance scams occur in some age groups more than others?
You know, it's important to know that romance fraud can happen to people of all ages. It's not exclusive to young people. In fact, the Federal Trade Commission says that people ages 40 to 69 have been the most likely to report losing money in a romance scam, and that people 70 and over report the highest median losses at about just under $9,500 in 2020 alone. So impacts all age ranges.
What would you say are some of the biggest red flags for romance scams?
Well, when it comes to red flags, I think the request for money is definitely a big one.
Mm-hmm.
There's typically other red flags that appear along the way. The relationship develops very quickly. The request is to move off of the platform where you first connected. You never get to meet in person. Those are always big red flags.
What are some tips that will help people avoid these types of scams?
Well, I think like anything, use caution when you're meeting new people, especially online. It's easy for shady people to pretend to be someone who they aren't. If you have a photo of this love interest, use your browser's image search to see if this is associated with anyone else. And then if you're ever asked for money from somebody you've only met online, the chances are extremely high that it's fraud. And so you should cut off communication immediately, notify the platform where that initial contact took place. And then if you need help, you can always call the AARP Fraud Watch helpline. We've got trained and empathetic specialists who can help you understand what happened and guide you on steps to take.
Well, those are some great tips. Do you have anything else you'd like to share with our viewers this morning?
I think it's important to remember that when it comes to fraud, vigilance is our #1 weapon. And so you have the power to protect yourself and your loved ones from scams. And so if you need assistance, call the AARP Fraud Watch helpline 877-908-3360 or aarp.org/fraudwatchnetwork.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for sharing that with us this morning.
Thank you, Sophia.
Yes. All right, everyone, stick around. We have more North Dakota Today coming right up.